Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're talking about the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, asking the question, is this the year that Lamar Jackson leads them to the Super Bowl? Make sure to like the video for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. It helps me out a lot. The Baltimore Ravens are 5-1 to start the 2021 NFL season and have dealt with an abnormal amount of injuries, many of which have been season-ending. So how are they 5-1? Well, it's taken some comebacks and some close calls, really some insane innings, but what we are seeing is Lamar Jackson literally putting the entire team on his back and willing them to victory. I was really impressed with the LA Chargers and was seeing them as Super Bowl contenders, and then the Ravens absolutely demolished them in Week 6 this year, resulting in a final score of 34-6. Now, Lamar didn't play perfect as he passed for 167 yards, 1 touchdown with 2 interceptions, but he also added 51 yards rushing. But most importantly, he was again a leader on the field and actually had the defense show up to help the offense for once. The Ravens, after numerous season-ending injuries to the running backs, signed veterans Devontae Freeman, Le'Veon Bell, and Latavius Murray, all of which at different parts of their careers have been amazing before and are now trying to help Jackson and the offense. Now, these running backs might not be the best of their career, but I would say that they did a really good job as best as they could trying to replace their other running backs. So far this year, the Ravens have been a little all over the place as they lost the opening game in a thriller to the Raiders and almost lost on the road at Detroit. So looking at those two games, it's a little bit worrying. However, they have huge wins over both the Chiefs and the Chargers and had an unbelievable comeback at home versus the Indianapolis Colts. Lamar Jackson so far this year has passed for 1,686 yards on 67.5% passing with 9 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. He also has 392 yards rushing and 2 more touchdowns. He is having a career year in completion percentage and yards per attempt so far, and if he keeps that up, they'll both be career highs. I, like many others, have always been impressed by Lamar Jackson. I think he's super exciting and fun to watch, but like the last few years, we need to see what he actually does in the playoffs. The last few years, they've played amazing, they've had great regular seasons, but they've showed up flat in their playoff games, including scoring just 3 points in last year's divisional playoff game versus the Buffalo Bills. I think Lamar is one of the most electric and talented players in the entire NFL, but will he ever push his team over the top and get to a Super Bowl? After seeing all the injuries earlier this year, and again, watching them lose in Week 1, almost losing to the Lions, I thought, with all the injuries and situations going on, maybe the Ravens were just going to have to forget about this season, kind of put it to the side, and just move on to next year. But after a 5-game winning streak and some impressive wins, it looks like the Ravens will yet again have an excellent regular season record. But how will this all translate to the playoffs? I mean, to be fair, the Ravens and Lamar Jackson did finally win a playoff game together as the Ravens defeated the Tennessee Titans in last year's postseason. And we all need to remember, Lamar is this good already, and he's still just 24 years old. He has so much room to grow, especially in his passing game. What he has done so far in his career has been nothing short of amazing, so will we see him play even better in this year's playoffs? I mean, he's kind of like a stepping stone. He keeps improving each year. I think if he continues to play well, especially in the passing game like he's been improving, then they will have a chance. It's just a bit sad to see all of the injuries and to watch what will probably be a Ravens team that is less than what they could have been if they were fully healthy. But Lamar and the Ravens aren't making excuses and the team continues to win. I think Lamar has the talent, and as long as the Ravens organization puts talent around him, I do think they will make it to the Super Bowl. I just don't know if it's going to be this year, but we'll have to see and watch him prove it in the playoffs, prove it when it matters most. Seeing his resilience so far this year has been really impressive, and honestly, like I said before, it's been kind of shocking. And I hope that he continues to do so. The Ravens right now do have a 1-game lead in a really tough division with the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns all right behind them. Now, of course, the Steelers are kind of having some issues. I mean, Roethlisberger's not looking great this year. The Browns just lost Baker Mayfield for at least 1 game. We don't know how long he's going to be out. But I do think the Bengals, we have to see a little bit more from them. I think the Bengals have a shot to challenge the Ravens in the division. The Ravens have little room for error, so they've got to be careful. Now, they are playing the Bengals this Sunday, and this will be a huge division game for both teams, and this might have playoff implications later on down the road. They also have games against the LA Rams and Green Bay Packers later in the season, which will also be really tough games. They don't have the easiest schedule remaining, so let's see how Lamar and the Ravens do in these games. I mean, they got to, like I said, capitalize on the schedule early on in this first half of the year. They need to keep the winning streak going, so they have a little room for error later on down the road. If they can get through it, get through the schedule, get through the injuries, I think it will give them a lot of experience and toughness going into the playoffs. They already beat 2 contenders so far this year in the first 6 games, and I think they will continue to improve. Now, will Lamar win a Super Bowl? To be honest with you, in his career, I think yes. I think Lamar will get a Super Bowl victory at some point. Will it be this year, however? I don't know. I can see them making the Super Bowl and maybe even winning, but we just have to see that first playoff game to find out. I'm excited to see the future for Lamar, and I hope he can ball out in the playoffs this year. He did finally beat Patrick Mahomes, which was kind of getting a monkey off his back, and again, they actually won a playoff game last year, so I really do see the only way they can go is up from here. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of his career so far, and whether or not you think he's going to win the Super Bowl this year or in his career at all. Make sure to like the video as it really helps out my channel, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell to get notified each and every time I upload. I'm going to be uploading 4 times a week from now on, so look forward to even more videos. As always everyone, I'll see you in the next one.